Hello, today we're going to string an electric guitar, something that is very simple to do but very easy to get wrong. I've seen it countless times, too few winds on the tuning peg, too many winds, so many winds that it just becomes a massive bird's nest of string. And all this will do in all those cases will make the guitar go out of tune. Doing it using this method, it won't go out of tune because the strings will lock against each other. So what do we need? We need a guitar, packet of strings, a pair of side cutters and an optional string winder. You don't need it, it just makes life easier. Okay, so let's make a start. The guitar we're going to string today is a Fender Stratocaster. Like many electric guitars, it's stringed through the back. So we'll make a start on the first string. This bit's a bit tedious, so you might want to go and put the kettle on or do something else while we just pass all 6 strings through the body. Right, okay, so that's that done. All 6 strings now installed in the body of the guitar. The next step, which some people use as the last step, but to get it right you do it this way around. The next step is to cut the strings to length. Now the way we do this, we take the thickest string, the E string, pull it tight across the saddle of the bridge, put it in the net slot, and then we cut midway between the A and the D tuning peg. So that's the E string. Take the A string, and we cut midway between the D and the G tuning peg. Now this is quite precise because this enables that you get the exact amount of winds around the tuning pegs. For the E, A and D it will be around about between 2 and 2 1/4 winds. For the G and the B will be nearly 3, and for the E string will be 3. Okay, next one is the D string. The D string, we use the same method. So you're going up 1 1/2 pegs, so you cut between the G and the B. G string, cut between the B and the E. B string, you use an imaginary point sort of halfway past the E peg. Now the high E string is the hardest one because you've got to imagine 1 1/2 pegs, so it's about there. Right, so now we have all our strings cut to length, and you should see when you hold them like that, you should see that they're exactly the same interval of cut. Right, for the next bit we've come in nice and close so we can see what we're going to do with the strings on the tuning pegs. Now the first thing to do is get your holes or your slots, if you've got vintage pegs, at right angles to the neck. just wind all these round. Right, so now all the holes in the pegs are at right angles to the neck. So we'll start with the E string, bring it up the neck, pass the string through the hole, and you want to poke it through so that you've got about 1/4 of an inch poking out on the tuning peg side. And then with your finger, just push up that string to make a right angle on the string. So now that string is locked in that position. Now, if I do it this way, get our finger and we bend down 90 degrees on the other side of the string. So you bend up on the outside, down on the inside. So now the string is locked in the hole, can't move. So now we get our winder. Now at this point it's important that as you wind to keep the string low against the headstock. So just put a bit of pressure and keep it low. Then what happens is as you wind, it coils from the bottom. And as you reach the second coil, the first coil locks against the second one. And you'll see it slide up the peg. And now you've got, if I can bring this in nice and, you should see you've got 2 nice coils locked against each other, and I guarantee that will not go out of tune. Okay, so I'll do one more string. Well, I'll do them all. I might only show one more. So bring the string up the neck, pass the string through the hole, leave 1/4 of an inch poking out, bend up on the outside, down on the inside, so that the string is nicely locked in the peg. Again, keep the string tight down against the headstock. And wind, and you'll see it coil up and lock against . You've got to watch for the bit poking out sometimes will go underneath the string, so you've got to make sure you get that out. Now we've got 2 nice coils again, locked against each other. Okay, D string, same way, poke it through the hole, 1/4 of an inch poking out, bend up on the outside and down on the inside, hold the string down against the headstock and wind. Okay, and then repeat that with all 6 strings. Once you've done that, the last thing that I always do is at the bridge end of your guitar, where the strings pass over the saddle of the bridge, just push down with your finger so that you get a nice sharp angle. It's a bit hard with the thick E string, but the other strings push down so that you get a nice sharp angle over the bridge saddle. And that's all there is to it. Tune the guitar, tune it slightly higher than you want it, leave it for a bit, then tune it, and that will not go out of tune.